I could talk to you about Winchester all day, but let's talk about something more relevant. Is there a scenario where you and your company, because you're not a tree, you're not using trees, could benefit from a tariff?
Yeah, there's a possibility. If we see the tariffs come through, lumber prices could increase considerably from that. Pressure-treated southern pine, Canadian lumber that comes down across the border. If we were to see that go up to $1.20, $1.40 a linear foot, we have entry-level products that sell around $1.60. During the pandemic, we saw wood selling at about $1.60. We were selling at a similar price. Since we have taken pricing through that time, our entry level is about $2 now. But we could see a tightening of that price spread between wood and Trex decking.
Or is it a situation where just macroeconomic fears pause home projects, hurting a Trex?
There's always that concern when there's so much economic noise that's out there right now. The market going up, the market going down, tariffs in, tariffs out. You do wonder, how does that impact the consumer at the end of the day? On the positive side, we've had 2 years in a row of negative repair and remodel. So there is starting to become a pent-up...
What does that mean, negative repair and remodel?
Negative growth in repair and remodel spending.
Okay. That doesn't sound good.
No, it does not. But the good news is it doesn't usually go for 3 years. And you start to end up having pent-up demand, projects that have not been done that need to be done. And one of the things about wood decks, there's 50 to 60 million decks out there. Roughly half of them are at or beyond their life. So those will start to be replaced and should be a continued driver for the industry.
How much of that was just kind of like, almost, I hate to use the term panic projects, but just like COVID, can't do anything, let's build a deck on the house because we're stuck at home?
Yeah, well, they were at home, and there was a lot of wood decks being replaced with composite decks.
Money was cheap, sloshing around.
They were using their own labor to do that. Our contractors are busy as well. Today, our contractors remain being very busy, and the DIY business, we did see strengthening in that in the fourth quarter on a sequential basis.
What's the most important thing for investors in your company? Is it interest rates? Is it the strength of housing? Is it something else?
Overall repair and remodel and the turnover of existing homes. So that's going to be driven by, of course, interest rates and then people having that desire to move on to the next best thing that's out there.
Well, a lot of people have moved to Winchester. It was a relatively small town when I graduated. Now it's effectively a suburb of D.C. Is there turnover happening?
Yeah, we are starting to see a number of houses increase in Winchester, but around the country. We've seen us come off of a low, roughly about 3.8 million of existing home sales on an annualized basis. That's in the low fours at this point. To get to a healthy level, we've got to get well over 5 million.
Yeah, I mean, just being based in one of the fastest growing areas of the United States, but you do business all over the United States, so we want to see the rest of the country get Winchestered. How about that? Brian Fairbanks, great to have you on. Great to see you in person.
Great, thanks.
I know exactly how you're going home. Brian, thank you.